What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Let Me Finish. This is your boy Dom.
This is Greg.
This is your boy Tone, Antonio, whatever you want to call me.
The third of the podcast.
The third, but not the least.
Yep.
And we have a very special guest. You've probably heard stories from him, name dropped him. He's been a loyal listener from the very first. He's all of our homies in Dallas, in Austin, all over the globe. His name is Round Rock.
How's it going, everybody?
So do you want us to continue calling you Round Rock throughout the whole episode, or are you okay with people knowing your name? How do you feel about it?
Well, let me give my official name.
Do you want to?
You don't
because
have to.
Round Rock really rolls off everyone's tongue so
It is.
easily.
Yeah, you know what?
It's
I
not
like
like
the
Mem-
mystery of
It's
it.
not like Memphis where we're
Seriously.
constantly having to edit out his real name. Like, you're Round Rock. That's
Yeah, I
love
like the
it or hate
mystery
it.
of it. I like it. Let's
Okay.
go with Brown Rock.
We'll
Okay.
keep it. And then, yes, we have another guest on the podcast, you guys. The only way you can get on the podcast to be a guest is if you are a loyal listener. If
Yeah.
you're not, then don't expect to be on the podcast. Don't even ask us.
And we're not talking just following and like it comes on after like the NPR like podcast and you listen to like 5 minutes and you're like, hey, I listened to your episode.
Mhm.
Like we're talking about those deep cut listeners
Yep.
that'll bring up something that we said, like
Yep.
the chocolate on the leg, or to go back to a previous conversation, the frotting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round
Friday.
Rock did not know about frotting.
Really?
I didn't know about
I
Friday
feel
at
like
all. I didn't know about a side either.
Well, you
I
also aren't
didn't
on
know about
Twitter.
any of that.
You're not on Twitter either, so
Yeah,
you're not on dark Twitter.
Yeah,
But you partake on the
I
apps.
told you we need to make my fake
I
Twitter
got you.
account.
I
where-
got you. I'm gonna do it before you leave.
Y'all gonna make a fake Twitter?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a fake Twitter.
Like a porn Twitter?
I'm with it.
Will you teach me how to?
Yeah.
Why are you helping him? Because you just
Because he asked me
I
to.
asked.
You don't know
I
how?
asked straight up
Okay.
because I heard it on the podcast. Because
Let's work together.
Okay.
So wait, what's the cut that you're getting out of?
Nothing. I mean, I don't charge my friends.
Okay.
I mean, I've been using his like page on Twitter for a long time.
heard it goes
Many a
deep. I
completion.
heard it goes deep.
You know, so everyone knows my sister listens to the podcast, and she texted me randomly this week again and was like, "What is pickleball?" And so I'm now like getting random questions about stuff that we bring up on the podcast, which is kind of cool.
Did we talk about pickleball?
We did.
When? I don't even
I
know.
don't know.
that.
Yeah,
So that's a loyal
episodes
listener.
ago.
We need your sister on because she's like hearing stuff that we
wants
don't
to-
even remember.
She wants to come on too, so you know,
She's
that's-
always welcome.
So what's been going on, guys? Like, how's your week been? Anything new and exciting?
Well, first off, today's Father's Day. Have y'all texted
Yes.
your dad yet?
Happy Father's Day.
To all the
Father's
dads out
Day,
there.
daddies.
I'm gonna call
Yeah.
it that later. I'm kind of bad. I'm that person. I don't call you in the morning. Like I kind of wait till like midday.
Yeah.
And my parents hate that, but they know. Even though they know I'm not gonna call them 8 in the morning, okay, 3 o'clock.
I used to do that, but then I felt like they thought that
Yeah,
I forgot about
yeah.
it. That's why I was doing it later in the day.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me do it in them earlier so they don't think I just totally forgot.
Get it
Yeah.
done. I
Yeah.
mean,
See-
I'll say for birthdays, I'll be early with it, but Father's Day or Mother's Day, they're at church. I'll just message them when they're at like nap time.
It's the worst when you have like your siblings beat you to.
We had a group
the
chat this
punch.
morning, and I was trying to.
I think you're like the last kid.
I
You're
was
like,
literally trying to find the
how
best
is
gift. My sister set it off, of course, the favorite at like 7:30, and then I was looking for the perfect gift, about to send it to be second to beat my brother, and he beat me.
he
But
slid it.
all he said was Happy Father's Day. He didn't do anything creative.
Is having a favorite child a thing? Like, do you guys think that you're the favorite child?
I used to be, but I think I got downgraded.
Really?
Like the last 2 years, I think I got downgraded.
I mean, it's hard when like your brother lives nearby.
And he's straight.
He's straight. He's getting married to a chick. They might have kids.
He can have a kid. I'm
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah,
being
be a whole
single.
breeder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of think that too. Like, maybe I used to be the favorite because I was always out of the way.
Yeah.
I never ask for anything. The only thing I'm bad at is like communication. Like, I don't call my parents as much as I should have, and I know that. But I still like to think that I'm their favorite. But there's a lot of stuff that has changed.
Yeah. You get older, life changes, and
Your sister had kids.
She had a child,
That's
so
it.
now my niece is
there's
in
a
the
lot of
picture.
attention
So
diverted that way.
yeah.
Honestly, I think that I actually am the favorite in my family.
You have to be.
Yeah, and it's kind of more pressure, but I'm also kind of like the asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're the asshole, but you have to.
yeah,
be.
I always show up though, and I'm always there and
You will
present.
hold it together, right? You like
Exactly.
hold it down.
So speaking of everybody, how many siblings do we all have? Because I don't know how many siblings everybody has. Like I have 2 siblings. So how many do you guys
I
have?
have a sister and 2 brothers.
Okay.
and I'm the youngest.
So you're one of 4.
Yeah.
You are.
I'm one of 2. It's just
Okay.
2 of us, and I'm the youngest.
And you're one.
I'm same as you. I got
One
a
of
brother
3.
and a sister.
Are they both
Sis-
older than you?
Sister, yeah, I'm the baby.
Okay.
Same as you, right?
Yeah.
My sister's the oldest, and my brother's the middle.
Oh my god! So we
That's the
all
same.
Same exact as you.
Same.
we're all the
Okay.
babies.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
There we go.
Wow,
The baby,
that makes
it's
a
the
lot of
baby
sense.
episode.
I wonder, like, what the percentage of babies host podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like a baby endeavor.
There has to be a
It's-
statistic out
We'll
there
let,
somewhere.
we'll let you do that
Shows.
research, okay?
Wait, is Memphis? Is he?
No, he's the oldest.
Okay, so he's total opposite.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he doesn't have oldest energy, does he?
No,
At
no.
all.
But his siblings are pretty, I guess, younger too. So, yeah. But yeah, what else has been going on?
Well, this was kind of a rare weekend. I mean, not rare, but just lately we've been all been so busy. But I saw all of y'all on Friday night, not together, but
Oh yeah. Did you guys? We all went out for dinner and then for drinks afterwards. But then it got like to my bedtime, so I left.
yeah.
So did you guys end up meeting up afterwards? or-
Yeah.
They were, and it was gonna be my bedtime, but so the early shift I got with Tone and Philip and Darius.
We the early shift.
We did, yeah. I love my early
It's
shift
all good.
friends
It's all
because when
good.
they leave, that's when I should leave. You know,
That's they leave at the responsible time.
they leave at the time that I should be leaving. So yeah, we had dinner and it was good, and then we went to Hamburger Mary's, which just opened where Cedar Spring Tap Pouch used to be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I won tickets. I went on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did
so
you win? You won tickets
It was.
to.
It's a drag show.
Yeah.
It was
It was
an
a-
event that was last night that we didn't.
Yeah, that we didn't go.
We
to.
looked it up. It was a Pride drag show.
So you went to a drag show and won tickets to a drag show.
Yeah.
That's like,
I
okay.
guess so.
I thought they were drink
Aren't
tickets.
drag shows normally free?
I mean,
I mean,
well, you
well,
end up spending money.
I don't know.
I mean, did you?
this one,
you got
this one was
10.
at a theater.
Did you
or
give any
something.
dollars away, Tone?
Okay, hold on.
3.
Ireland gave me $4.
Who
So
did?
somebody had to give you money to tip the drag.
I didn't.
queens.
Okay, so for people who don't know, I don't like drag shows. I don't enjoy them. And
Oh, we know.
I didn't know
Last
we were
episode.
going. Okay, I didn't realize.
You say agenda.
He said agenda.
He
I
did.
would not-
He did almost say that word.
I will not say that word that I almost kind of said, but didn't really. You know, whatever. I don't enjoy drag shows, as people know, and I thought we were just going there for another drink. I did not realize there was going to be an actual show we were going to be in attendance of.
Me neither.
So I did not go to an ATM. I did not have cash. So I was handed $4. And the funny thing is, the first time I gave my first $2 up, when the first drag queens came out, I didn't realize there was 3 out on the floor at the same time. And she kind of snuck up behind me and was like, stuck her hand, and I'm like, oh, here. I felt like I got mugged a little bit, but like, yeah. So,
You had him sitting on the table. I mean, let's unpack that because I don't think it's coming from any place of like,
No, there's no-
I hate drag queens. Like,
Yes.
I know somebody, a friend, who hated going to stand-up comedy, like improv shows, because she was like, this makes me kind of uncomfortable. It's like too intimate in a way, and it's like awkward. Is it that?
Nothing's worse than getting roasted at a comedy show.
oh my god.
you have to be mentally
That
prepared.
is
to
like
get
a
called
fear
out.
of mine.
Right.
To be on front stage and
Yes.
just start calling you out.
Yeah.
And you just gotta be
Look
gang.
at those
You gotta
faggots.
laugh.
Yeah.
Because like I'm gonna be there with my boyfriend. They're probably gonna like call me out for being gay or something.
Yeah.
So I don't want the attention.
Absolutely. So yeah, let me clarify just for any confusion. There's no hate. I have no hate in my heart for anybody, even people I don't fuck with in the past. I don't hate anybody or I don't hate drag queens. I just don't enjoy the show. To me, this is just me. Again, I might get canceled. Drag shows feel like watching the same movie over and over again to me, in my opinion. I don't get anything new from it. It's just the same. Someone's dancing to a current pop song or an old classic song. Here's your money, here's a drink. It just feels repetitive to me, so that's why I don't enjoy them. But
I get it.
all the power to them. I'm not protesting. I'm not holding up a flag.
But you love you love basketball. Think about this. And what do they do in a basketball game? They just shoot balls and
Yeah,
hoops.
but-
It's the different. It's how they do it.
It's a
you
different
know?
game.
Yeah.
And there's a goal, like of who's gonna win the championship, who's gonna get traded. Are drag queens getting traded to like different bars?
I mean, if you watch Drag Race, it's a competition show, and they do different,
We've tried to get him
Are
on
you a
Drag
drag
Race
race
Shane.
person?
Remember last time I fell asleep when y'all watching? I fell asleep on the couch.
It's in front of him. The TV's in front of him, but it's like a dog watching it. He's just like nothing. It's like lights and images and sounds.
It just doesn't resonate with me.
Me neither. I'm not gonna lie.
The third of the podcast, everyone, Antonio, who's also the conservative of the
Whoa,
podcast.
whoa.
Yeah,
We are
we
not-
like balance. We like balance.
We're not.
We always need to have that different opinion, so it's good.
But for the record, I do not identify as conservative or liberal. So let's get that out the way. So
But yeah, I'm glad that y'all went to Hamburger Mary's. Hamburger Mary's is known for having drag queens there that perform regularly, so that's probably why you saw them.
yeah.
I want to go because I haven't been. They just opened, so I can't wait to actually go. I love drag queens and supporting them. My weekend, I had a great week. I had a pretty decent work week, and then Friday, Memphis's best friend, is his birthday weekend this weekend, so we were just hanging out, making sure he was having a good time. So we took him to dinner. It was a group of us that went to dinner. We went to Hibachi.
Was that last night?
Yeah, that was Friday night.
Oh, Friday night. So
Yeah.
y'all went to dinner and then you went out. Okay.
Yeah, for his birthday. So I haven't had hibachi in a very long time.
Same.
So
And
good.
it's really
is
good, but I would rather go in a group of people who I know rather than being at a table full of random
I don't
people.
like that random table.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
People being in your conversations and stuff like that. But good. We had our own little table. The hibachi guy was really, really cool. The drinks were pretty strong. Don't ask me the name of the restaurant because I can't remember it right now.
Where was it?
It was in Carrollton. It's out there in Carrollton.
Of course, that's where all the good.
Yeah, they're all up there.
Yeah, but it was really good. I would definitely go back. We had a great time. And then we made a cake. So it was a team effort. But me and Memphis made a cake for his best friend's birthday.
Oh, he made a homemade cake.
A homemade cake.
It looked good.
It
too.
did look
was,
good.
It was a 3-layered yellow cake with buttercream icing. Memphis baked the cakes, and then I iced and put it all together. But
Who wrote on it? Did somebody write like words on it?
neither one of us have great handwriting, so we got little happy birthday sign
fair.
to
Yeah.
put on it. That's the
fair.
easiest
It
way
looks
to
great.
do it.
And all I gotta say is my birthday's next week. So
I'm expecting. Like,
yeah, clean that baking sheet out. And get to work.
I will take
Get back
orders
at it.
from my friends at a discounted rate because we got a lot of compliments on the cake and how good it tastes. We did a really good job.
The
So,
hibachi chef was like, really good.
yeah, people were impressed.
You give it to the hibachi chef?
No, they put it in the fridge for us.
Oh, you had it at the
okay.
restaurant.
Yeah, they brought
Okay.
it out. So
Oh, this real quick pivot. Remember, was it last year that we discovered, Greg? You remember we discovered like Dom hates cookie cakes?
Oh yeah.
You almost got a cookie cake for your birthday.
I
this year.
am not.
You were this
cookie
close. I
cake
almost got you a cookie
person.
cake.
I don't. First of all, it's a cookie, not a cake, and
It's the best of
I
both
just
worlds.
no, it's not.
I would
I would take an
tear up a
ice cream
cookie.
cake over a cookie cake.
Ice cream
Yeah.
cake
I
is
don't
cool,
even like
but ice cream cake is like it's got to be like perfect temperature and all that.
Yeah, you
you
gotta
can't
freeze
sit it
it.
out and be
Yeah.
like, "Look, also I got you ice cream cake."
If y'all can get
You
me
gotta
a
put it
really
up in
good,
between each slice.
Yeah,
you can.
No.
I will accept that challenge. If you could give me a really good cookie cake that you taste that you think is like amazing, I'll taste it and I'll let
challenge
you know.
accepted.
2024 cookie cake is on. 2024.
But have a backup.
2024. Wait, Tona's like 2023 is not looking good for me with this cookie cake. He said 24 is the year of the cookie cake.
I'm gonna scour the U.S. to find the perfect cookie cake. I know it exists. I know there's a gourmet cookie cake out there somewhere. I'm gonna
It's
find
just
it.
it's not in Mississippi.
I'll go to
Yeah.
Brooklyn. I will get a flight.
I love cookies by themselves. It's just the thought of having a cookie with icing on it just seems like super sweet and just very unnecessary. Like
If
I
I-
love cupcakes.
Yeah.
I do cake pops. I do
I
a
hate
cake.
cake pops.
I don't really do pie that much unless it's a cheesecake, and I don't really know if you consider that a pie. But cookie cakes are just bottom tier dessert.
I want to find that cookie. Even if I get on Spirit, I would get on Spirit Airlines to find it.
Now you're trying to die too?
You don't want to die for the search for a perfect cookie cake. It's like,
Live better.
you don't want that on your epitaph.
But yeah, so after that we went out for his birthday and we met up with Greg and Round Rock. They came and we had a great time.
Yeah, so okay, then we had the early shift dinner, and then so we met up with y'all with the late shift people.
Yep.
And then
Had a great time. Then we were leaving.
we
were
tried to
looking.
leave too.
We went to the shirt vendor
late
and we were
night
trying
people.
on shirts, and I was trying to get the QR code. And
Listen
so
to this.
Nancy's sister calls me while I'm trying to get the QR code, and I'm like, "Oh, Sheila called." And you
He was
can
like,
leave that up.
no.
Decline.
And I declined it. She was walking up to the bar. She saw me screen her call essentially.
And decline it.
But I was about to leave, so I went
my
back.
best friend.
We went back in the bar. I bought a round of shots out of not guilt, but Sheila knows I love her.
It was good.
So
It was good.
was like the early shift, the late shift, and then the late shift people.
That was the third shift.
Yeah.
Third shift.
And she's also a very loyal listener to this podcast. That's my girl. So I think
That is my girl,
I
too.
think you should probably apologize to her because
Publicly.
she's gonna hear this.
Okay, Sheila, you are the light of my life. You're a joy. You make me laugh every time I see you. I would never screen your call out of anything except for, nah, I'm about to go home. And that's all it was. It was just a, nah, I'm about to go home. But I love you, and I hope I made it up just a fraction by coming and hanging out a little bit longer. But I know I got work to do, and I'm willing to do it. And I'll do it before the cookie cake challenge.
That's funny. Wait, did you apologize in person?
Multiple times. And
Okay.
she was just like, you ain't shit. She was like, you ain't shit.
It was a very ancient moment. Though.
Yeah.
That is my worst.
Like if
Yeah.
I'm being honest, it was. She was walking up and seeing you press like no.
And
Decline.
that's one of my fears to like someone call you and you because like normally I'm very expressive in my face, so if someone calls me I don't want to talk, I will make a face and be like ugh whatever.
I did. Okay. I don't know if she saw my face, but I was like, oh, Sheila's calling. And it was
did.
happiness. And we have proof. Round Rock, what did I say?
You definitely said that to me. She was calling. I
What was the
like,
tone
oh,
of voice? Happy.
I was very happy. But we were also trying to scan QR codes and
Yeah.
buy a jersey that we didn't buy. Anyway.
And we didn't buy the jersey. So we got to actually thank you, actually, because we didn't buy the jerseys.
Nice.
So we
So
went back in the bar.
shout out Sheila. Greg loves you.
Always.
No hate. It's all good. So wait, y'all were buying shirts?
There was some vendor, and it was like a baseball jersey shirt, and then but it was like Dallas. In each letter was like a different sports team. The font that they have, like so, it was like the Maverick
Oh, really?
D,
Okay.
and then it was like the
Rangers.
yeah, the
Stars.
Rangers A,
Star, and then,
yeah, and the stars. It was kind of cool,
The
but it was
soccer
like
team.
it was kind of like a Looney Tune shirt.
Okay.
We looked at them too before we came in, and they look pretty nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
they
like
got Dallas on them and
Did y'all
stuff.
get like a card or something? I kind of want to see
Nah.
it.
I actually
Um,
have his Instagram.
I just
Oh,
kinda wanna see it.
perfect.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I might buy his shit. I will say the Bass Pro Shop hat thing. I feel like you were one of the first people I saw it, and then I just saw the Bass Pro Shop hats everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. So yeah. So
So yesterday we went to King Spa.
oh,
We got our life back after that, working overtime 3 shifts. Oh, for listeners, Dom just spilled on himself.
You okay?
they didn't need to know that. Okay? This can was overfilled.
Was it?
It truly was.
The factory did that
That's
accidentally.
overfilled.
We went to King Spa and it was just restorative, everything. Of course, we did the sauna. Of course, we did the cool pool. But then there was also like other rooms that like were co-ed. So we went into one and it was like literally like a meat freezer. You know,
It felt
that was
so
the vibe.
good
Like
in
we were
there.
I
sitting
like
in
that
there.
cold room. I love
Yes.
that cold room.
Was everything.
And you just
I forgot Dom, anemic. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
you
have
did
one at
that.
Spy Castle, and I went
Yeah.
in for 2 seconds.
He was like,
and I was
nah.
out.
You can't do it.
No,
I love it. Like,
Memphis
you
loves
guys-
Memphis loves it. Like he would go in there and just
Yeah.
chill. I was like,
After
I'm
you
not.
sweat it out, going up for like a couple minutes. Oh, it feels
That's
so
everything.
good.
I'm going next door to the one that's 110 degrees.
I'll see
to
you
go-
there.
go
You
sit
hate the
in
cold.
that.
You really hate
I
the cold.
hate
We did the
being
heat
cold.
too. We sweated all out, and it was just like it's my happy place, you know.
Yeah.
And you see some like butts.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's my views.
Like I said, that's the best place to people watch for sure.
Oh, I'm like very like tunnel vision. I don't even know when people are looking at me, but
Next to the
Yeah.
Round Rock over here has these like little eyes that go in different directions. He sees everything and clocks everything.
I can't have everybody in the sauna with me, not peep the scene.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
might as well look. I mean,
So you haven't introduced yourself to the people. You want to tell the people a little bit about what's going on?
we kind of didn't let him.
I mean,
Yeah,
right.
well,
we just
definitely. I'm from Round Rock, hence the name.
Yeah.
If you don't know where Round Rock is, it's like a suburb off of Austin.
Yeah, for our Dallas listeners, if you're going down 35 South, you'll go through Round Rock if you're headed to Austin.
When you get into, you'll see the outlets.
Yeah.
There'll be a big sign that says Round Rock. Well, before I moved there, I was in the military. I was in the military for 8 years. My first duty station was Japan. I lived there for 4 years.
What branch?
I was in the Navy.
Navy. Okay.
That's exciting.
Yeah, they get a lot of water.
A lot of water.
a lot of water. A lot of boats.
You got your sea legs, so you'll be good on a cruise.
Oh yeah, cruise. You don't feel anything. So my first ship, I was on a carrier, the Kitty Hawk, aka the Shitty Kitty.
The Shitty Kitty.
Any of the listeners that know anything about the Navy, you know what I'm talking about. And then that one we decommed that one, brought it up to Washington. Then I moved back to Japan and was out there for another 2 years, and then I moved to San Diego, which is the greatest place to be stationed in the United States.
It really is. It is.
The weather is perfect.
The weather is
The beaches
perfect.
are right there.
The people are so chill.
Yeah, it's definitely a
The
laid
food is
back
good.
area.
You can find a burrito on every corner.
Every corner.
Yeah.
This might be controversial. Hands down, the best Mexican food in the United States.
In San Diego.
Really?
I mean, I've been
I need to
there.
find out.
Putting it down.
Really?
Tijuana's
Wow.
right there, 15 minutes away.
So you're getting like quality.
You're getting that
Okay,
quality.
that makes sense.
Good.
Right.
That makes
Authentic,
sense.
close to authentic, probably.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna know
They're
that.
shipping those beans
I've never
across
been to
the
San
border.
Diego, but I'm gonna put that on my list. Of,
Yeah.
You've never been?
I've never been to San Diego either.
Oh my god.
Dude, I've become a different person. I'm just like Matthew McConaughey when I go to
all right,
I'm like, yeah, okay, that sounds good.
I've been to San Clemente before.
Oh, San Clemente. You was actually out there when I was in Oceanside.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
Is that close?
It's like 15 minutes away.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't see not one black person in sight.
No,
Well, he was 15
not in the
minutes
OC.
But it was beautiful. I heard Hawaii is a pretty cool
Oh,
place
Hawaii
to be
is
stationed
that.
too.
So they have this thing called RIMPAC, and they basically all the navies come together and they do this like games, like they do soccer games, they do basketball games, and all the navies basically compete against each other. And then you go out on the ocean and you do ops, where you basically like try to sink there. It's kind of like Battleship in a way, but then a real life version.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So how are y'all playing that?
So we're on the ships and we're kind of just
Shooting what
maneuvering.
though? Oh, okay,
no, it's
okay.
basically it's simulation.
Oh, fun.
But you got to do like the maneuvers and all the stuff to get around. It's
Y'all play real life battleships?
yeah, out on the water.
That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure that was better than the live action movie.
I didn't see it. Wasn't Rihanna in that movie?
Yeah.
I was actually
that?
out there when they were filming that,
Oh.
and that was.
You been
I
cameo?
mean, I didn't get to meet anybody. Don't get it twisted.
Were you in the background somewhere making a cameo?
That movie was terrible.
They were like, they might have some people come on today, so you need to clean up everything. That's what. That
Wait,
was
so
me.
they were on your ship?
Okay. Just making sure
It was
everything, make sure everything looks
Spotless for Rihanna.
You know, I have questions. So I have a frat brother, and we're the same age, and he actually just enlisted in the military.
Okay. Congratulations.
And this is my first time hearing someone later in life do that.
Yeah.
Does that happen a lot from your experience?
There was
or?
a few older people that kind of like college wasn't their thing. You know what I'm saying? So they tried to just do other stuff, and then
Yeah.
it just wasn't working out. And they were like, "Military works for me." Honestly, I was the exact. They came to my high school and they were like, "This is what we could do for you." I just tore my ACL. I tore my ACL playing football.
Okay.
I had a scholarship, and that kind of went away. So Navy was the best choice after that.
I kind of wish I would have, like, when I was that age, just went into the military because I would have had some structure in my life. instead
Oh,
of
absolutely.
All the sketchy shit I did.
I
kind of
needed
wish I
that.
would have.
And I was
You kind of give away your life a little bit, but I wish I would have.
Yeah, not me.
when I was like
That's-
really
Absolutely not.
when I was 20, when I was 25, I
100% no.
almost did the National Guard,
Okay.
and so I went to MEPS. I did the ASFAB. I did all that shit, and then I was just kind of like, nah, I'm not doing this.
So when you went to MEPS, did you actually have to go through the whole, like, I don't know about everybody else's MEPS experience, but this was kind of mine. Like, you go in there, you sign your paperwork, you do the swear-in stuff, and then they send you to this doctor's office. This doctor in LA was like 105.
Yeah.
And you got to bend over in front of him and
Yes.
spread your cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the most awkward. That was the most moment where I was like, no, this ain't gonna work for me.
Yeah.
This isn't. And then after that, you got to do like you're in your underwear and you got to do like a duck walk.
It's so weird, dude. You're in this like room, and it's like just all stone walls. You feel like
it's
prison.
weird.
And you're in like underwear with like 20 other guys, right? And so you gotta like crawl across the room. They just got to see your mobility, I guess.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
me,
Like naked?
No, in boxing.
Okay.
So I had just tore my ACL about 6 months before that. So squatting down and like moving like that was kind of
hard.
a difficult type thing.
And they still let you in.
They still let me in.
Well, my old ass, I was 25, but everybody else there was 19 years old, right? And so, like, I was doing all the stuff, and it was like the bending and the knees. And at one point, like, I bent down, and my knees started popping. And I remember, I remember this 19-year-old was like, "Your knees are popping." Like, he was like disgusted
You're
and
like, just wait.
astonished. Yeah. And that's when I was kind of like, I don't want to be the old dude in the military.
Lube up your knees, old man.
Yeah. So, I mean, your friend, I feel like he's smarter, he's wiser.
Yeah,
he
he
can,
knows
like,
better.
be an officer stat.
Yeah.
And somebody explained it to me because, like, I almost did it at 25 and they were in the Marines, and he was basically like, the thing about the military is like easier for 19-year-olds because they're so used to their parents telling them what to do that they just go from like home to this and it's somebody else just telling them what to do. But a 25-year-old already had like some life experience. So I was just like, I got to do what? You know what I'm saying? So I guess saying that, what is your advice to his friend going into the military?
Honestly, he's if I went in later in life, I think that I would have had an easier like taking in the knowledge of what's happening around me.
Yeah.
But when then you don't know anything, and basically what they tell you is golden.
Okay.
Like that's it. So you're like, okay, yes sir.
Yeah.
But now they're like, okay, so I think I would know how to play the game better now versus when
Just
I
being,
was,
like, green,
like
like,
I was,
whatever.
and then I had to wait to be able to drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, and everybody else is getting fucked up out there. So it's kind of like, and then you try to steal drink, kind of like
like every 19-year-old, 20-year-old. I have an ignorant question. Did you buy a charger?
No. If y'all don't know, everybody, they say that everybody when they go into the military, they either get a Charger or a Challenger.
I had to ask.
And no,
I told my friend not to do that. I was like, don't invest in
everybody does it. They all. I don't. Do they get discounts on those cars? Like
yeah, I'm telling you, there's like a buyer's program that you could like
For Dodge.
dedicate just part of your paycheck to. And it goes to your down payment. You pay it for a couple months, and then they give you the car, and then you just pay the payment.
So
I mean, that's nice. Now that we have, it makes sense. I would do that too if I could have
for sure.
payments go directly to the car and
Let's get a Dodge.
Yeah, but yeah, I barely like doing yard work, let alone doing anything outside. So the military was never going to be for me in per se. I could never relate to that.
Sure.
I couldn't wait to be gay, and I feel like going to the military would
would hinder that.
Would hinder that.
No, I've had somebody told me, and he's a U.S. Marshal now. He said that it was actually a great place to be like gay, bi-leaning, because it was just like
yeah.
He said
there's nothing that like. Everybody kind of has a boat boo, and there's kind of like you're stuck on the ship with these people for months at a time, months and months and months. So there's always
something.
You can't have guys in anywhere and not have a horny. Like there was 100 people in my berthing, like where I slept at, there was 100 people in there.
So somebody's gonna get something done.
Yeah.
Things are gonna happen.
But how did you make it happen? How did you find the private?
There's spaces all around the ship.
Really?
There's like main spaces down below, around.
That's hot.
Storage units and there's some
Gym shower.
I can tell you about some.
I mean, I want to hear, but you don't have to.
Not on the pod.
I'm not that invested.
That's a no for me, big dog.
That's a lot of work involved in looking forward. So why only 8 years? I know some people go in, they do what their contract is limited to, and then they don't extend. Is that you're just ready to get out, or?
So when I initially signed up, I was in this program. If I signed up for an extra 2 years, they give me an extra rank. Like I got to move up in rank.
Oh,
faster.
okay.
So I did the push button. They call it push button, the E4. But I had to sign up for 6 years. But then I re-enlisted 2 years earlier because I changed jobs. I went back up to where boot camp is in Great Lakes, right outside Chicago. It's like 45 minutes outside Chicago.
Tell us about your jobs. Like, what were you doing and what did you end up doing?
I was a hole technician. So basically, I was a welder, pipe fitter, fabricator, plumber, which is the worst job aboard the ship.
I imagine.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
No ventilation.
I'm not gonna lie. Look, and this
Maybe
this is
a
no
welder.
dig to the women out there, but the women's berthings were the most disgusting.
Wait, the women's
To-
birthings? Like, is
Like
that
well, we call them a head.
Uh-huh.
And basically, that's the bathroom.
Uh-huh.
And it was the grossest. Like, imagine just a whole bunch of women.
Juices.
It smelled like perfume and ass in there. Let's just break it down.
So you've seen some shit. No pun,
Oh,
no pun
you-
intended.
No pun
Literally.
intended.
Wow.
That's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
The day that I knew I had to change jobs was the main space from. We have a tank that holds all the poop till we get. You only got to be 7 miles out into the ocean away from shore to dump feces in the water.
Oh, so you have to get 7 miles out into the ocean before you can dump, just so it doesn't come back to shore.
Yeah, but one of our tanks busted one time and it filled up all of our main spaces. So we had to hop into the poop that was waist deep
Waist deep.
and like shovel it into this big drainage. And I hopped in there, I threw up, I hopped out, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Wow. You know,
care
there's
what
somebody
you
out
do to
there
me.
that still has that job, and shout out to you,
Yeah.
sir or ma'am.
Shout out to my
whoever-
HTs.
whoever
Yo, you
doing
know
that.
you're my people.
Jeez.
I'll never.
So it's time to
What you
change
go through.
careers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I changed to interior communication electrician. So I handled all the phones, TVs, sensors on board the ship.
That's cool.
No shit.
That's really cool.
No shit.
I think the military is good in giving you experience in places to where you never thought you would get experience in.
Yeah.
Because you could have came out of that being an electrician or a plumber if that's what you wanted to do and started your own company and everything like that. So that's really cool.
And that is the promise of the military, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you do, like you serve 6 years or however long, and you're
Mm-hmm.
set up for life. Can you speak to that, Round Rock? Do you feel like you got
it
the
is
benefits?
the greatest stepping stone I did do for my life. Like there was a whole bunch of programs and stuff for veterans and all that, which thank you for everything, the VA and all that. Even though the VA is kind of like the worst thing in the world to deal with,
I've heard.
they get it. You get a lot of benefits when you come out.
So did you go back to school after the military or while you were in the military or you just decided
I
not
did
to?
go back to school, but when I went back to school, I went to ITT Tech. I don't know if
Okay.
anybody knows what that is, but I was
Why is that
actually
funny
in
for
the
you?
program when they shut down.
Wow.
Why
I
did
didn't
you
know.
done?
I didn't
I
know they
was 2
shut
months away
down.
from graduating.
That's what I was
So
talking
ITT Tech isn't a thing anymore.
No.
It wasn't. They lost their. They lost their accreditation.
Wow.
Yeah.
while
So
I was in the program.
isn't that a lawsuit? Like you paid money.
They
Well,
basically they're refunding your time, like my
Yeah.
GI Bill that
Yeah.
the 24 months to, and you only have 36.
that is
But
wild.
you didn't get any like financial reimbursement.
No.
Maybe there'll be a lawsuit.
But
years later.
honestly, when I go to school, I get there's a thing called BAH, basically a housing allowance. If I'm in school, I get like for Austin, it's like $2,500
Okay.
a month just to go to school, so I don't have to focus on work. I could just
good.
focus.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
Yeah. No, I got a buddy.
on. You get that for up to 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a decent amount of
His
time.
name
So
is-
really, it's just the last year you need to worry
Mm-hmm.
about.
Yeah, and then, honestly, there's extension programs where you can still get it, and they work with the military for sure with stuff like that.
I should have joined the military.
I know.
Yeah,
like,
it's
all
one of my
the
greatest
other
regrets, to
benefits.
be honest.
Honestly, I don't know if I could see you in the military.
Well,
No shade.
no, I mean, no. I'm curious. Like, why would you? From your perception of me, why would you say that? I'm curious. Genuinely interested to hear.
I think that it would be, especially like now, knowing everything that you went through somewhat and all that, it's kind of a mentality you have to have. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to shut up and take it. Type
You have to buy in.
mentality. Yeah. You either gotta play the game or you're not gonna play the game.
So that makes sense. I think I could have done it when I was younger.
Yes, I agree.
Because the person I am now in the last 3-4 years is not what I was back then. Also, real quick, my dad was in the military growing up.
Okay.
And my dad is like, don't do it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, he did it because he had to. Like, he did it right out of school.
Mm-hmm.
Just, my dad's from Alabama, from Selma. That's all he knew. Like,
Yep.
Which, it helped him out a lot. It gave him direction. Because my dad was like, my dad probably would have been dead like if he hadn't gone.
Yeah.
So with him going, and he was like, my dad kind of told me that he says it's just you go in, they break you down. It's a mental thing.
Yeah, they break you down. They build you back up in their image.
Yeah,
Is the way
and yeah, so
they
absolutely,
say it
you're right.
goes.
The person who I am now, I couldn't have done it because, like, one small example, the last job I had, they were grooming me for leadership, but I started to realize they were grooming me in the way they wanted leaders to be.
Right.
They kind of said, hey, we like you because you have this quality, empathy, or whatever, blah, blah, bullshit. But then I realized that's cool and all that, but you want me to be a leader that acts like this rule book. And I was like, that's not me. So, yeah, current Antonio would not work. In
Nah,
But-
I don't see it.
But back then, I could have done it back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's good. That's good.
And I think that's why they advertise for people who
So
are
young.
younger,
Yeah.
who are
Definitely.
still able to be molded in the image that they,
Yeah.
they want. So,
And it makes sense because I know there's an age cutoff that you can't join. They won't accept.
what
you.
is the age
And
cutoff?
it's 30 something.
It's like
37.
and I think
I thought it was
they
35
yeah
something.
they've made
It's
it
either
older.
35 or 37.
Yeah,
somewhere
it
in
used to
there.
be like younger, like 34, but now they're like have lengthened it or made it older, like
because
30
they
something.
That's
need
wild.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, you heard that news report that like 75% of the people that they accept are like not fit for
But you know what's happening?
what?
Crazy.
I think I think this is the same thing with the job force. So many people are finding different ways to make money now, whether it be gambling, TikTok, whatever it is. I think the old ways of being 18, get a fucking job, go to the military, I think that's dying out.
Because that's how it was. Like,
You have
I
to,
remember
yeah.
being in high school, you either went to college or you went
got
to
it.
the military.
Or just got a job.
There was like no in between.
Yeah.
Because if you got a job, it probably was something fast food or
Yeah,
something.
making $6 an hour.
But now people are going to like specialty schools that teach them how to weld, teach them how to be mechanics. Like, they're advertising other ways to like, to do after school, right? Because college isn't for everybody.
No.
It is not
really
for
not.
everybody.
And you don't need it to be like make for
certain
No,
money. Like
You don't need it to be successful.
You know, one thing that I think is kind of BS with the whole, because once you get your degree, you don't have the experience, and then they're like, you need the experience
Like,
to,
I'm trying to-
and then you're like, I need the job to get the experience,
Exactly,
but
yeah.
you already spent 4 years trying to get your degree,
and you're in debt.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you're in debt,
I
and
need
you
a
need to
job.
pay that, and that's what
And-
kind of the military is kind of like that buffer. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
right.
you get the experience first, and then
Right.
they pay for you to go to school after. So
Right.
then you have the experience and that.
And no
So
debt.
it's both. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
it's like,
it's
it's
the best of
kinda-
both. You have a one up on those that just went to college, especially if you didn't do an internship. Thankfully, I did an internship, so I got a job as soon as I graduated.
That's good, yeah.
So I was one of the lucky ones, but I know people that struggled
Yeah.
to get a job because they didn't have experience, and that was really annoying. But you have to choose what's right for you at the end of the day.
And,
for
and
sure.
the hard thing is like a 19-year-old never knows what's right for them.
Yep, they don't
And
know.
that's why I think the military is good, because they actually test your aptitude skills, and they might not like put you in the most glamorous role, but like it's based upon like what they think you can do. And like the thing about college is like it's some 19-year-old picking what they're going to do for the rest of their life. I think it's
Yeah.
stupid.
Because actually, that's my story. Like I didn't graduate, but I went to school at 19, and I failed out because I was just doing some random courses in
Yeah.
business, and I'm like, so fast forward 16 years later, I'm doing photography.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known at the time that's what I wanted to do. So I went from doing business to IT for a decade to photography, and I'm now making the most money I've ever made without using a degree. So
We're good.
I kind of, again, I'm going to go back and say this. I wish I would have gone to the military because I think it would have got my foundation off to a better start. Like, I don't regret anything, but I think it would have got my foundation off to a better start. And then some things would have been a little easier.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
then, and then my mind would have changed and I would have been all
Yeah,
like,
honestly, I wasn't the type of kid that could handle college straight after high school.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know
I
that
wasn't
about
able
me.
to.
Like,
No.
I know that about me. I understand that some people can handle it and they could suffer through, but I was
no.
very susceptible.
I flunked
to-
out pretty
I
fast.
flunked out. I went to community college. I went back and got a degree, but still, like, my degree was radio, television, film. Like, I'm in tech now, sales.
Yes,
like,
totally opposite.
it's like the path life takes, and that all my 20s was me just trying to like get a stable footing. I feel like the military would have. This is just an ad for the military, really.
I know,
Yeah.
We want you.
That's what it feels like.
Engaged for the military, I guess.
Yeah.
Deployment. Did you ever get deployed into like
Oh,
another country or
yes.
something?
So in Japan, let's call it. Basically, it's forward deployed is what they say. It's 6 months in, 6 months out.
Okay.
So, but also within that 6 months, like we went to Australia, Guam, Singapore, Malaysia,
Oh wow.
Korea, Hong Kong. But one of our ports would also might be home, and you would come back to Japan for like 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it would be one of the places you stop at. So you get to see home, but you also you're out.
Right. Okay. That's cool. Did you go to Thailand?
I did go to Thailand. I went to Thailand a couple times. So y'all don't know. I was whole different story, but I was actually going to move to Thailand at one point after I met these group of guys
So
here.
Round Rock was almost Thailand.
Yeah, he was almost Thailand, and then he was almost Dallas. But Round Rock is he
That
should have
was
been
all
on our
mine.
travel episode because this guy got the wanderlust.
Dallas
So-
is still
like-
pending.
Well, he
right?
would have
It's not
outshined
like-
us on that travel episode.
Well, I mean-
Dallas is pending, how things go
Fair.
in different aspects of my life.
Got it.
What?
Enough said. So
Okay,
you,
wait.
You know, I just asked one.
I never have questions. I have a question. All right, so you being deployed, what was the first time? Did you ever have culture shock at any point when you first started being deployed or traveling in different countries? Because I know, like, you know,
I cried when I got orders to Japan.
really.
I didn't like. I knew enough about Japan where I was like, I knew it was a cool culture, but I was like, that's not for me. I wanted to go straight to San Diego because I'm from California.
Yeah.
My family's an hour and a half away. I'd be right there, but I'd be in San Diego.
Yeah.
And I got orders to Japan,
You're
a whole
right.
different country that I don't speak the language. I don't know anybody or anything. And I actually went out there and I loved it.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say that,
My
yeah.
favorite place to visit so far is probably Japan. I could live there again.
I want to go visit
I
Japan.
know. I would
I'm
love
with
to
you.
go.
I'm with you.
It's
That's
beautiful,
that's on my
and the
The
people are
travel
so
time-
nice.
The travel time to get there is another story, but just going is a dream. I would love to go to Japan.
Yeah, I think that's what's beautiful about, like, in your situation, you got pushed out of your comfort zone because, again, you want to go to San Diego because, like, family there, but you being pushed somewhere where you have no ties, no nothing, and then you end up loving it. I think that's kind of the beautiful thing about that. Like,
Yeah.
It changes. The first time I traveled outside of the South, it changed my view of everything because it was like,
Very
oh,
much so.
people aren't really that much. Well, granted, I'm talking about U.S. travel, but
Yeah.
just getting out of your comfort zone, and that's like an extreme version of it, but I think that's amazing.
That's kind of what kind of, I guess, sparked my wanderlust because I got to get immersed in a different
Totally different culture.
Yeah.
culture, and I was like, oh, like even though there's differences, there's not. Everybody kind of lives the same. You know what I'm saying?
You're
Like,
still working.
Yeah.
you
yeah,
gotta
like there's
eat,
still work, there's still food, there's
still
still
gotta have fun.
yeah, like the clubs out there in Japan, some of them don't even start till midnight, but they don't close till noon.
Okay.
So, but the train doesn't come back. Like the train shuts down between midnight and
So you just stuck.
6.
So if
Oh,
you
you have to make it. You have to survive.
I'd be home by
And it's
10:30.
That's
$30 to get in, but it's all you can drink.
Oh,
Wow.
Okay.
I can deal with that.
I can do with that too.
So
So you
it's
still
kinda-
want to drink?
But you still got to get back.
Yeah, exactly. And that train ride coming back, you know how many times you were drunk, passed out, and miss your stop?
That's a fear of mine. Like
Getting
just getting back
Yeah.
from lost somewhere. Like
not knowing where you at, and
No,
yeah,
that's
and me, Mister
terrible.
One Last Drink, and it's
Oh, yeah.
and it's 11:50. I'm like,
and it's all you can drink.
You're fit though. You can run to the train station.
No.
My ass would be like,
the one time I
Always
struggle with
like-
alcohol is open bar.
Yeah.
That's my weakness. If it's an open bar, it's trouble.
Can't turn down free.
you got to get 2 at a
That's
time.
the
You
You
know?
black-
have to. It's like
We should plan a trip to Japan. You guys want to
I'm so down. That's on my list.
25.
2025.
So
My
2024 is Cookie Challenge, Cookie Sheet Challenge, and the cruise. 2025 is Japan.
It's Japan.
It's a cookie shop.
I'm down.
I'm
you
with
got
it.
you got to come too, so you can like.
I'm with
Oh,
you.
he has to
So
go. That's,
he has to go.
I'm not
That's-
going unless somebody knows what's
So,
going on.
Yes.
I got my account growing for 2025. I got my travel savings account still growing, so I'm ready.
And my
Oh.
passport doesn't expire until 2027. So I'm okay.
2028.
Oh, mine's 2025.
I gotta find my passport.
I'll re-up.
My
that
pre-check
is.
expires like 2 months. I gotta fix that.
Yeah, pre-check. You need that.
I gotta
You got to. I'm
Changed my
drinking
life.
I
pre-
don't know how you don't file with a pre-check.
Yeah.
Y'all got pre-check, right?
Yes.
Oh, of course. I got it just like
You don't
last
try
year.
I
and
have
it's
clear and
everything,
pre-check.
so-
I don't have clear. Is clear worth it?
I mean, honestly, because it's if you have pre-check, you're fine.
Yeah.
Isn't it they scan your eyeball or something?
Yeah, they
You put your
they
face in
base
there.
your face in there, and
Yeah.
it's like, all right, you're this person.
Oh, but you know that Apple Vision Pro thing is gonna scan your eyeballs too, right? For biometric.
I'm not buying that.
I want it.
You don't even use the Oculus that you have.
That shit sucks.
What are you gonna?
No, that Vision Pro by Apple is different. That's VR the way VR should be. It's different.
I'll let you buy it and we'll come play.
I'm gonna get a loan out. I'm gonna get my payments on it.
Imagine the porn that you can watch on that thing.
Oh, Buckus.
All right.
We didn't even like introduce our other guests.
Oh, the puppy.
We got a puppy here.
If you've heard any like little like
Scattering the pitter patter of little,
the little
paws.
we have a puppy here.
What's his name again?
Casper.
Casper's cute. He's a little thick. He's heavy, but he's cute. He's so well behaved.
And what kind of dog is it?
He's a French bulldog.
He is so well behaved.
Yeah, he's actually. I mean, honestly, this is the best he's been behaved in the last 5 months. So
I love it.
I appreciate this.
He's on his best behavior. It's vacation.
Oh, I'm sorry, real quick. Just go back to the whole VR thing. Speaking of porn on VR, when I got my Oculus, that's kind of the first thing I did, and I almost passed out one time.
Why?
Oh my God, was it choking you? What?
No,
It's not funny.
Was it choking you?
so
I didn't know that was a kink of yours.
so there's a browser in the Oculus. I went on the browser.
It's like incognito.
Don't matter.
Right, he's the only one using it.
Right.
I don't use incognito. I don't care. It's
I don't either.
They
I'm
know.
grown.
They know what you're looking at. It's whatever, right? So I look at
browser
porn.
history. Look.
Yeah. Don't ever. If I die, don't ever.
Just throw my phone away.
Just burn it. Burn my
That would
account.
be the ritual.
I need to find somebody to Google to like disable my account. 'Cause but
Don't let my mom get a hold of it.
Oh right.
you know what's funny? You know how like on my phone, I just upgraded like my software on my phone, and it has like this backup feature. Like it has like if you die feature basically. Like
Oh my gosh.
it's dark, but it makes sense, right? And I was looking at it, I'm like, even when I'm dead, I got a lot of photos in there of stuff,
Yeah.
people, and it's like a lot of naked stuff, and I'm like, ugh.
You should disable it.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
like
man.
it's a millennial equivalent of preparing your will.
It actually is. I don't have it enabled, but a friend of mine enabled his last year. He sent it to me, but in case he dies, I can access his stuff, which is weird.
Are you gonna peek or?
Yeah.
Got to.
Sorry, I have so many stories about it.
About what?
Peeking.
My last one of my early jobs. Sorry, we're segueing from the military.
But
I'm not trying to take over, but whatever.
There ain't much more. Trust me.
Okay, quick the VR stuff. Porn, poppers, a VR headset. I almost passed out. I would say that.
Porn?
Porn
Oh, you
and
poppers. Okay,
Poppers.
poppers. That's like a
That's why you passed
missing
out.
do you
ingredient.
do
of the
poppers
story.
while you were like?
Not all the time, but it's the problem is with poppers and VR. It's too much sensory.
Yeah.
It was like I'm not kidding. I almost like passed out. It's too much
That's
because when
wild.
you're watching it in a headset, it's like a theater, but right in your face.
Right.
So you're watching somebody just smash. You got the poppers, and it's just I almost passed out for real.
Wow, but that would have been an intense nut.
Oh,
I think I'm about to die nut.
See, I passed. It
was one of those.
Passed out during the.
The poppers thing with others, like in the moment, it's a thing for me, but not like by
By yourself?
myself. Yeah.
I get dark sometimes.
And more power to you. I mean, don't let Tone set up your fake Twitter account, like the porn Twitter.
You can go there because I had a following at one point.
Lord,
That's a whole episode. That's a whole episode.
We
Maybe
have-
2 parts.
No, we don't got to talk about that.
So another thing I guess wanted to touch on, if you were comfortable with this, is the whole bisexuality situation.
The choice you made. The agenda.
Let's talk about
The
it.
Is that
bisexuality
what
agenda.
How do you identify yourself? Because I don't want to
I
identify.
am
you.
bisexual. I'm attracted to
Both.
men and women, but I like men and women. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it's like a definite side.
When did you discover this? Like,
I kind of always knew, but it was more of a. You know what I'm saying? I was always like, that person's attractive. You know what I'm saying? I can see how this man is attractive. And then it was more of like okay, I can see it. And then it kind of grew into a, let's try this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then it was,
All right.
this this is cool. Okay with me.
I watch a lot of bisexual porn because that really turns me on. I'll say that. I'm not correlating anything. I'm just But
Yeah, it's more. See, the only thing is like being bisexual. There's that whole aspect of nobody really. Everybody just thinks you're a sex addict. You be like, you can fuck me and them, and that's, I'm like, no. I gotta have something with the person if I'm, and I could be faithful.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people don't think
That's what
bisexual people could be.
that's what people
faithful.
say. Yeah, about bisexual people. Like they're never going to be happy if they're with a chick,
they
right?
think they're constantly searching.
Yeah.
I think the same thing can be said about like when someone says they're in an open relationship. Like people who don't understand it, they just assume, oh, you just fuck everybody when you want to. It's like,
Right.
no, that doesn't mean we just fucking fuck. It's just we have the option to do other things, but it's like bisexuality. It doesn't mean you're always.
I
just
get the
fucking.
aspect of one person can't be your everything.
Yeah.
But also that's why you have friends, family, and I'm saying like,
Exactly.
you have
Yeah.
different people you go to for different things.
Yeah.
And there's not a one box, you know what I'm saying, fits all type situation ever.
I actually think it's probably harder to date as a bisexual person than it is just a gay person
Definitely.
or, lesbian or anything like that.
So why would you say that? I'm curious.
Because I feel like I think it's harder for bisexual people to go into relationships being open about being bisexual.
Because they get shut up by people who don't understand it.
Right.
Okay. I can see that.
Like dating a woman,
It's the ugly
women
sister of the
Yeah.
alphabet gang.
like
That's what
telling a woman that you're bisexual is a turn off for a lot
yeah.
of women.
It's a shut off. It's like oh no.
Yeah.
So it's like, do I tell her, or
Yeah,
do I
so-
feel like I'm lying if I don't tell her I have this attraction? Like it's a battle.
Yeah. Do you think women are more
Yes.
like anti?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
100%.
think so. Okay, I can-
100%. It's kind of most what I get from guys. They kind of think that it's hot in a way, but it's more of a. They're never gonna try to date you in an open way because
Yeah.
you're like you're not gonna. It's not me that you're choosing. You're choosing me in this moment, which that's not true at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My last boyfriend was bisexual, and for a long time I was always against dating someone who was bisexual until that moment. Granted, I didn't find out until after we were like already like in a relationship.
Yeah. Full
And
on.
then, but it never was a problem for me. Like he was always faithful. I never had any issues there, and he was always honest about it. He was honest about what he was interested in. Like he always wanted to had a fantasy of us doing something with a woman, and then I just had to step back and be like, I'm not into that, but I would definitely watch.
I was about to say,
And
could you participate just knowing that?
How
it
far
made
would you
him
go, John?
happy?
I would
Suck on a titty?
I would be.
Finger. No. Let's. How
He
far?
said,
would
"Let's
you,
go deep."
How far would you go?
I'm a nipple guy, so I probably would
Ooh,
Play with the titties
play
while
with
he's
the
fucking
titties.
her?
Yeah, that would be hot, but I don't want to like do any type of penetration with the woman or anything.
Yeah.
I'm more of like, because I watch straight porn sometimes.
Oh, yeah?
I'm more focused on the guy, but I watch straight porn, and just being in that moment and watching them go at it would be enough for me.
Okay.
But for us to interact with the woman together would probably be a struggle for me because that's
Yeah.
not something that I'm really into. But if you love someone, then you do some of the stuff that satisfies them.
To
So
some extent.
I would do it, but I would
It's
have
not
to
all
have
the time.
Heavy approval on the selection process.
oh yes, 100%.
Yeah.
So this is what I'll say. I think someone that is open and honest from the get go is probably more trustworthy. So,
Yeah.
example, if someone has the comfort level to tell you that they're bisexual, whether it be a weekend, a day in, a month in, even with other aspects of life, the more someone communicates, the more trustworthy they are. So, if you found out someone was bisexual because they were fucking around,
Yeah, that's
different.
a
But if they
different
tell you, then it's like
situation.
this person's like legit. Whatever it is, they are. But I would trust them if they told me up front, like, okay, this is what I am. This is what it is. And then I found those people to be much more like legit and just.
Yeah, communication is key for all
Yeah.
of it. Like
Yeah.
even like you know how you see like your exes, like or your boyfriend or girlfriend shows you a picture and be like, damn, I can't trust you around ugly people. either."
Fuck him.
Like there is no way that we could be in the same category. So, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of definitely about communication and all of that,
Ultimately,
the
yeah.
aspects. Yeah, like it's
Yeah.
if they're open to it. You know what I'm saying there's a lot of people that aren't open to bisexuality
Yeah.
because it doesn't fit their
It's insecurity. I think it's insecurity.
yeah.
Because it's always that thing in your head of like, am I enough? You know?
Yeah, that is an insecurity. But like I said, when you communicate, it breaks down those barriers. But that person has to be strong enough and okay to be that way. It takes some people a lot to get to that point. So,
And I wouldn't be insecure. I just want to know who you like more. Are you into women more, or are you into men more?
So there's kind of like a scale. Like, do you have your there's like a 50-50. Like, you know what I'm saying, the average. Well, most people say that they're 50-50. I like them both the same. I'm like, honestly, it kind of sways. You know what I'm saying, like it's. I used to be on the other side, but now I'm more of like a 70-30.
Let me ask you this question: What physically turns you on about a woman, and what physically turns you on about a man?
Their femininity and their softness, and you could actually like deep conversations with a woman. Like if you guys have women best friends, you know that they get deeper than with guys. You know what I'm saying? Like in that aspect, but also it's the exact opposite for men. Like I like a man to be a man, you know what I'm saying? Like the masculinity, you know what I'm saying? Like we could go out and we could have a great time, be best buds, but also we could come home and
cuddle.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Exactly. Like it's kind of like a.
So you don't like a feminine man?
I do not. It's not my thing.
That's your thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a preference.
I think that's
honestly.
everybody.
Yeah.
Here on the pod.
I mean, for a long time, I was kind of against dating more feminine men. I mean, I think I still am more attracted more towards masculine men. It's just about how feminine, you know, they are. You know,
this is an interesting topic, and I know it's a touchy topic. It's
for sure.
My thing is like I'm not clocking anybody to be like, oh, that was actually kind of feminine or like that. Like if they consider themselves a bro, I'm gonna take them at face value, and that's how I treat them. You know,
exactly.
like, so I'm not like. I think it's a spectrum for all of us where we have bro ass moments and we have like, you know, our drag race moments, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think I'm all about balance. I'm never going to shut anybody out because they're like, I don't know. If they're wearing makeup, no.
No, there's like levels to it, but I think it's overall the connection you and that person have.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I necessarily have an issue with there's a level of, I'm not into feminine guys, but there's a level where it can be too feminine. I've dated kind of femme guys, and I don't mind it. It just goes down to connection at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you know?
at the end of the day.
Because I've had masculine guys who like there's just nothing there. So,
well, as a bisexual man, how do you feel about trans, or would you ever date a drag queen?
I love that for them, but it's kind of not my thing. Because, well, first of all, no offense, but it seems like it takes them a long time to get ready. And I need to be able to run out the door when we run another shower face. You know what I'm saying? Right. We gotta go. We ain't got hours to install all that, baby.
install.
So I mean, I love drag. That drag race was actually a pretty good one that we went to the other night. So I get that it was. You know what I'm saying, like I get how they are attractive and they're very feminine, and I love that for them, and they live in their truth. But for me, that's not my preference.
Okay.
It's all preference.
And that's fair. I think I could see myself dating a trans man before a trans woman.
To clarify.
Because you're attracted to men.
You're right.
Are we doing F
Yeah,
to M?
F to M. F to
Okay.
M is a female to men.
So you could date a FTM, not a male to female.
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
I think so.
I could see that.
I could too, actually.
I've seen a couple that look really.
I made out with one.
Yeah, some good looking.
Now, I don't know
FTMs
how I
out
would
there.
fare with, because I have other needs sometimes. So there's missing
Yeah. Parts.
Pieces.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Listen, I made out with an F to M before.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he looked like Justin Bieber. He was so fine. I got his number. I tried to hit him up, and he was like, "You were really drunk that night." So I got turned down.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, I flirted with one before on Scruff a long time ago, but I'm very passable. Like I was like, oh my gosh, you look amazing. And then he actually told me that he was at FTM, and I was like, oh wow, like I've never come across someone that looks so passable before. But you see them all the time now, like
They do a
Like,
good
man,
job.
I actually, it's kind of turned me on.
I'm in trouble. I'm like, hey, what's up?
We have a listener submitted question.
Oh yes, we have a random question by one of our listeners.
This is from Louisiana, and happy Father's Day to Louisiana because he
Happy
has
Father's
a son.
Day.
Nice. Happy Father's Day.
So all those fathers out there, especially Louisiana, we
Wait, is the person from Louisiana or just
Yeah, that's his code name. He
what
told me.
part?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
I'll ask. We'll have an update next episode. Okay, where's it at?
Hopefully not Shreveport.
Okay, so this is a good question.
Anyway.
He said, "What music group closely resembles the podcast the most?
That's a funny question.
Male or female? For example, is Dom the Beyonce of the group?"
No, Dom's not Beyonce.
I mean,
That was my initial reaction
That
too.
wasn't-
Why?
if this was Destiny's Child, I definitely would be the Beyonce. Okay.
Then who would we be? Okay, so if we kept it right in that, like,
Uh-huh.
if we were Destiny's Child and you were Beyonce,
Mm-hmm.
who's Kelly and who's Michelle?
Well, I guess I'm the
Antonio
third. So
is-
Michelle.
Oh yeah, he's definitely
Yeah,
Michelle.
I'm the third.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
right?
I'm Kelly.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm the
I had-
darkest.
I had a hit.
Actually, I'm the darkest, so I should be Kelly. I'm like dark chocolate. I'm like.
We're not
Chocolate.
going off complexion,
Oh, okay.
Antonio.
No, you do have Kelly energy. But my thought was like, because I'm
the-
thinking of like 3 people groups,
Yeah.
like TLC,
Yeah.
Who burned down the house?
Lisa
Oh.
Left Eye. I think it's me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
you. That's
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'm T-Bias. I'm
Who's the other?
I'm
one?
too cool. Chili.
You're chilly.
Oh, okay, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I can see
definitely
that for
chilly.
you.
I rock with that. I rock with that.
Right. Okay, so like, what about a male artist?
The Migos.
Okay, the
For
Migos.
sure. I'm
So
Quavo.
who's- So my takeoff?
I'm from Atlanta. I should be Quavo.
They're all from Atlanta.
That is true.
So you're Quavo and you're Takeoff?
I think so. Rest in
Offset?
peace.
You're offset. I can see that.
I can
Offset,
see that
yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
You could have a little Cardi B with you.
Always got a little piece on your side.
Yeah, no, that's very Quavo. You're very
yeah.
Quavo.
Okay. Yeah.
There aren't a lot of 3-member male groups.
There really
Okay,
are.
so we could like expand the
What was
universe.
it? Was it Luther?
Luther.
What is it? Like
TG
the bird-
TGT.
No, there was a little.
Tank.
That-
TGT.
there was
Tank,
another
Junior
group,
Ryan,
though.
and
It was
Tyrese.
I'm not Tyrese.
Definitely not Tyrese.
He did dramatic.
Too emotional.
Well, I mean, Round Rock, you recently met my Austin friends, and you said like one was a Beyonce, one was a Rihanna. So
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be like in a band. We
So
could just
who
say like
are-
in the R&B field or like an artist. Like who would we be?
Shit.
Summer Walker would be Dom.
Yeah.
I can see that for you.
Yeah.
Antonio would
I
be
don't listen to a lot of
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd.
Yeah,
We're expanding to the males.
because I'm one of my joint face. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Who would I be?
Or
I love that
Future.
for you.
Antonio
Yeah.
has a
my
toxic
ex.
side to him, so I can see Future too.
2020, 2021 were interesting.
Okay, so I would be
And the weekend.
why am I just like blanking his name? White man can't jump. Jack
Harlow.
Harlow.
Jack Harlow.
I'm Jack Harlow.
I could
Yeah.
definitely see that for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, so what's round rock? You get to pick.
I'm more of like a her.
A her?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
I was
I
like,
don't know a
"Ooh."
lot about her.
her who?
I can see that. I can
Like,
see,
I'm
or
not-
like a Jasmine Sullivan type of like
Yeah,
real
yeah,
true.
yeah.
I could see that
real-
because-
real vibey.
You do be laying people shit to bear. Like
Wait, what?
those
Elaborate.
fire texts, like that's Jasmine Sullivan.
Oh yeah, come pick up your feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's funny how.
Yeah, I think it's funny how for sure.
It's still Juneteenth weekend, everyone. It's still
Oh,
an
yeah, we
important
gotta
holiday
celebrate.
Is,
out there.
is anybody off work like I am tomorrow?
I'm not.
I am.
I'll be
You off
traveling
work?
to New York.
off.
I gotta work.
So we're off. We're gonna celebrate by self-care
Self-care.
100%.
because
I'm not gonna be a slave tomorrow.
he is not working. For real.
Well, thank you, Louisiana, for the question.
Thank
It was
you.
a great question. We hope we answered it.
Yeah, that was a great question.
Well, everyone, this has been another episode. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and shout out to our special guest, Round Rock, who came this week and wanted to be a part of the podcast. You know,
Thank you for having me.
been
Yeah, we
wanting to
really,
be
it's
on
a
it
long
for so
time
long.
coming. We've been meaning to have you.
Yeah,
So
I
thank
had
you.
the anxiety, but once we sat down, I was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, once we
You know what I'm
record.
saying?
Just
We're-
relax. We chill. you
That's
know.
it.
So
just
we're late for
conversation amongst
brunch.
friends.
That's all it is.
Yeah,
Just
we're gonna be late for brunch, so we will see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.